Imagine conquering almost all of Europe, winning battle after battle, making kings fear your name, and then, in just one day, watching everything collapse. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, the man who ruled Europe, until the Battle of Waterloo destroyed his empire forever. At the beginning of the 1800s, Napoleon was unstoppable. Born on a small island called Corsica, nobody expected him to become one of the greatest military commanders in history. But Napoleon was different. He was brilliant, ambitious, and fearless. While other generals followed old traditions, Napoleon moved faster, attacked smarter, and surprised his enemies constantly. Battle after battle, victory after victory, his empire expanded across Europe. Austria lost, Prussia lost, Italy fell under his control. Even the powerful kingdoms of Europe feared him. People believed Napoleon could never be defeated. To many, he looked invincible. But history has a strange rule. The bigger the empire, the harder the fall. Napoleon's first major mistake came in 1812. He invaded Russia with more than 600,000 soldiers. At first, everything seemed under control. But the Russians had a different strategy. Instead of fighting directly, they retreated deeper into Russia, destroying food, villages, and supplies behind them. The deeper Napoleon advanced, the weaker his army became. Then came winter, freezing temperatures, starvation, disease. Thousands of soldiers died in the snow without even fighting. When Napoleon finally retreated from Russia, only a small part of his army survived. For the first time, Europe saw weakness, and Napoleon's enemies were waiting. In 1815, Napoleon returned for one last chance to rebuild his empire. One final gamble, one final battle. Waterloo, located in present-day Belgium. Napoleon faced British forces led by the Duke of Wellington and the approaching Prussian army. At first, Napoleon believed he could still win. He had defeated enemies many times before. But this battle was different. The battlefield was muddy from heavy rain. Cannons moved slowly. Attacks lost momentum. Time started working against him. Then, the Prussians arrived. Napoleon's army became trapped between two powerful forces. Chaos spread across the battlefield. Soldiers retreated, commanders panicked, and the empire that once controlled Europe began collapsing in front of everyone. By the end of the day, Napoleon had lost everything. After Waterloo, Napoleon surrendered. This time, there would be no comeback. He was exiled to a remote island called St. Helena, far away in the Atlantic Ocean. There, the man who once ruled Europe spent the final years of his life alone. The emperor who once terrified kingdoms ended his story in isolation. Waterloo became more than a battle. It became a symbol, a reminder that no empire lasts forever. No leader stays unbeatable forever. And sometimes, one single day can change history forever. Napoleon conquered Europe, but in the end, even giants fall.